Our program has specifically looked at supporting LGBTQ youth, a population that sees higher rates of mental health problems, they see higher rates of substance use, they see higher rates of poverty, they see higher rates of homelessness. So all of these things sort of come together and there is a need for support in that community. With this project, especially when it came to COVID, it shifted what service delivery looked like. So for people, and especially youth, who in-person opportunities weren't always accessible, it created a new window of opportunity for queer and trans youth who might not have supportive homes, might not feel able to get out to in-person things, to connect with us. The approach at the base is listening to the youth that want service, right? So this was something that right from the get-go of this program, like, it's always been about centering the youth and their voices, right? What makes sense for you? What do you want? What are your needs? And like, how do we get there? So that even led us right down to the platform of choice for our virtual programming, right? We took a platform that was youth-friendly, that youth were already making use of, and we did the work to adapt that for service delivery.
We host a Discord server for the kids in our district. And the idea of the Discord server is to create a community where they can come and feel a part of what is there and what is being created and what continues to be created, because one of the big parts of our server is to have them talk about what they want in the server, what kind of things that they want to see.
About half of our team is in a peer support position. And we've also been able to train up some of our staff and our peers to have more evidence-based approaches to support their mental health, right? So skills development both within the team and seeing that directly translate to the youth.
When I found the center, I found it mid-COVID. So, you know, as a peer support worker, I was a youth in the program at one point. I got to see like this space where, oh, there's people like me, there's people who've experienced similar things. There's people guiding me who, you know, they can relate to what I'm dealing with, they can relate to what I'm going through. And I think that was very, very important during the pandemic, to just establish that connection, to establish that community.
There's a huge difference when you can have dedicated support people to come to those conversations and support youth, right, who might not always have the language, who might not always have, you know, the experiences or the research or the data or the everything that, you know, having a strong advocate.
What I do is I go in and I do presentations to other youth on how they can be more effective allies to their peers, as well as helping work alongside boards and teachers to develop a more supportive overall school environment. A lot of these things have been exacerbated, especially with a lot of online hate speech and things where, especially because we have moved so much online, some of those things seem even more prevalent. And so those types of things tend to end up being translated into things that those queer youth are hearing in their school halls. Well, a large outcome that I would like to see is that the overall cultural shift within the schools to be a more inclusive environment, and one where there's less instances of homophobia on a daily basis.
There's so many unique ways in which this program works towards success, and all of them work together, right? Like, all of it is done together, and if you take away one of those pieces, all of it starts to come falling apart, right? Because you need to use all of it together, right? You need to use the voices of the youth, you need to give them access to people that they can relate to and share their experiences, to build those connections and trust to other service providers within their areas, within their regions. And then also you need to be able to offer them the skills that they are asking for to manage their day-to-day.
I never thought I'd be here. Like, I didn't think I'd ever be working here. Like, being able to be employed here. I didn't think that was a reality, and that's only because of extensive support from all the people that I work with here.